Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and I've got a little bit of news. The 4th season of the Multi-Class Endurance Championship is starting in about 2 weeks time on the 22nd and 23rd of July. For those who don't know what the Multi-Class Endurance Championship is, it's probably one of the biggest GTA racing championships there is. It started with Season 1 all the way back on old gen and it has gotten bigger and better since. I imagine the majority of you watching this will have at least seen a little bit about it because Season 1, 2 and 3 all have videos up on my channel. I'll leave links to them down below if you want to sort of catch up on what happened in those seasons and get an idea of what happens in the Multi-Class Endurance Championship, but I'll try to explain it a little bit for those people who don't really know what this is. So it's basically a racing championship and it goes over 10 rounds. We've got a race calendar that is much longer this season. It actually starts, like I said, on the 22nd and 23rd of July, and that's for the first race. The final race won't be until the 16th and 17th of December, so 10 rounds are spread across quite a while, and it's based on the World Endurance Championship. That's kind of where this came about from. The idea of Le Mans races, 24-hour races, longer races, where you have multiple different races all in one. So different GTs, different classes of car within the same race. Now for those who want all the full details and all the information about the championship, I'll leave a link in the first or second line of the description, and that will basically take you to this main spreadsheet for this championship. It lists all the drivers that are involved and the teams and all the championship tables and all of the rules as well. The full calendar is there, all the different cars that we use on all the different tracks. All of that is in that spreadsheet, so click the link in the description if you want to know more information about the championship and get the full rundown of everything. But basically, when it comes to multi-class endurance races, this is the idea where you have multiple races in one race. In the case of the Multi-Class Endurance Championship, we have 3 different races in one. So GT1, GT2 and GT3, those are the classification of cars. Now we have drivers in GT1 that are all racing against each other, drivers in GT2 are all racing against each other, and drivers in GT3 are all racing against each other. But all of those drivers from all 3 of those classes are racing in the same race on the same track. So for example, the round 1 on the 22nd and 23rd of July, that is in the Supercars class. So Supercars will kick us off on Blaine County 24 hours. In GT1 we've got the X80 Proto, GT2 drivers will be driving the Vaca, and GT3 drivers will be driving the Voltic. So the Vaca is obviously a lot slower than the X80 Proto, the Voltic is a lot slower than the Vaca, so basically that means that those people who are in the Voltic aren't racing against people in the Vaca, those people who are in the Vaca aren't racing against people in the X80 Proto. So what it comes down to is you're only racing against the people in your own class, but there is this multi-class aspect to it where if you're in GT1 for example, you not only have to race against the people who you're racing against in your class, but you also will get to the point where you're going to be lapping slower vehicles. So it's all about this extra element and extra level of skill in not only being quick around the track, but also having to choose when to overtake and when to back off a little bit, make the right decisions in traffic, and that's the beauty of multi-class racing. So this, like I said, this is the 4th season of this. If you really want to get a bit more background, I recommend watching. I think season 2 is the best one to start with, because those videos were very in depth and there was a lot going on. There's probably some of the best videos on my entire channel. So like I said, I'll leave the links to season 1, 2 and 3 in the description down below, but I would say start watching season 2, then maybe you can go and watch what happened in season 1, then maybe watch season 3, all in preparation for watching season 4. But the races are an hour and a half long, so they are long slugs in and of themselves, just every single race. And then we've got 10 races in the championship, so the championship itself is a bit of an endurance as well. And we have a different car type for every single race. So like I said, we start off with supers for round 1, we've got sports, SUVs, sports classics, and then within those classes we will have different GT classifications. So in total there will be 30 different cars used throughout the course of the championship. Now, this is going to be happening simultaneously on Xbox One, PC and PS4. So on Saturday, the Xbox One will have the Xbox One and PC championships, and then on Sunday we'll have the PS4 championships. All of these will be streamed live on Twitch. So if you're interested, you can head to my Twitch page at the times that each platform is on, and they're normally very interesting races to watch. And you also see what we have shenanigans before the races, that the people who are participating get together and make these weird and wonderful things that experiences for me. Essentially, it's really good. Most people who have watched the previous episodes will know what we're talking about. But yeah, this is more for people who haven't seen anything about the Multiclass Endurance Championship. But I highly recommend tuning in to watch these races, because they are pretty special. Now, when it came to sign-ups this season, we had a total of, I think there was certainly over 200 people sign up for the 4th season of the Multiclass Endurance Championship. Now, this is a Nodo Championship. It's a Nonchalant Dominance Crew Championship, which means it's really only available to people who were involved in the crew. That's my racing crew. So I didn't open this, I wasn't promoting this out on my channel or anything like that. It wasn't the sort of thing that was meant for wider promotion to everybody watching or anything like that. It's a crew championship, and those who are most involved in the crew are the ones who have gotten into the championship. But there's basically 27 drivers on each platform. That is split across 3 GTs, so we have 9 competitors, 9 drivers in each GT, all battling out for their specific victory in their GT, and then ultimately at the end we'll have a Drivers' Championship for GT1, GT2 and GT3 on PS4, Xbox One and PC. But then there's also the aspect of the Teams Championship as well, where we have different teams. There are 9 different teams with 1 driver from GT1, GT2 and GT3 in each team, and then we'll ultimately have a Teams Championship for each platform as well. So there's a lot of aspects to this. It has become quite a significant championship, and it's certainly, it has to be one of the biggest that we've had. And the way there's quite large gaps between the championships. Like I said, season 1 was all the way back on old gen. It's been almost a year and a half since the start of season 3, so there are huge gaps between each championship. So season 5 may never ever happen, and if it does, it's certainly going to be a long time away. So if you are at all interested, now is the time to watch it, when you get the chance to watch it live. But yeah, this is going to be the first championship on the new stunt tracks as well. Obviously, season 1 was on old gen, seasons 2 and 3 were before the new stunt creator was available. So brand new looks and aesthetics for the tracks, and certainly better made tracks as well. And it will be the first time that it won't be only my tracks. So 5 of the rounds will have my tracks, as it always has historically been, but 5 of the rounds will have platform specific tracks as well, that have been created by the community and are a very high standard. Now, if you want to race along, you can do that. All of the playlist links I'll put them in the description, but they're also on the spreadsheet as well, so you can download the tracks to your game for whichever platform that you're on. You can take the cars, whether you want to try it in a GT1, GT2 or GT3 car, you can take those same cars out on the same tracks and see how you do in comparison to everybody else throughout the course of the championship in terms of lap times and things like that. Or just get the playlist and race through the Multiclass Endurance Championship tracks with your friends. It's all open, and like I said, I'll leave all the links down below for what you need. So it's sort of a Nonchalant Dominance Crew Championship, but it's a very much a GTA racing community event. Everybody sort of comes out to watch, and everybody gets involved, and it's probably one of the biggest things that I do on Twitch as well. And I'm going to try and make the videos that I do covering season 4 of the championship a little bit better as well. Season 3 for me personally was a total nightmare. I mean, looking back at it, I'm amazed that I did so well to win GT1 on Xbox One, win GT3 on PC, and finish second in GT2 on PS4. But that was the problem, actually doing 3 different championships. And if you go back and watch season 3, there's so many videos of me racing in all the platforms, and I was just completely worn out by the end. So this season I am going to be racing, but I'm only going to be racing in the PS4 Championship, and I think the pressure is off me a little bit. Nobody's expecting me to win, I'm not expecting me to win, and hopefully that will lead me to enjoy it a little bit more. Really, more so than anything else, I think I want to focus on the Teams Championship a little bit more. My team, which is the Ron Racing team, has been in it since Season 1, and Ron have never ever won a Teams Championship. We almost won it in Season 3, but we got very unlucky, and it was, it would be nice to win a Teams Championship. So I think my focus is more going to be on getting points for the team more than it is going to be about, a person or trying to win the Drivers' Championship or anything like that. But the races are always extremely interesting. An hour and a half. I am racing in GT2, which I like the most because you not only have to overtake GT3 drivers, but you have to get overtaken by GT1s, and there's a bit of skill involved in knowing when to be overtaken and letting people have space and things like that. So there's a lot to it, and as you watch if you go back and watch the first 3 seasons, or as we go through season 4, you kind of get to grips with the extra skills that are involved with multi-class racing and what it's all about. But yeah, with the races being an hour and a half long, and you're having this extra aspect of traffic and managing the traffic, there's a lot that goes on during the course of even just a single race that hopefully I can try to showcase the best bits when it comes to making videos. Like I said, the season 2 videos are probably some of the best videos on my entire channel, and I want to try and get a little bit, try and get back to doing things more like that. But I also want to cover the Xbox One and PC sides as well. I am going to be streaming as a spectator the Xbox One and PC races, and then I'll obviously be racing on the PS4 side. So I want to cover the entire event on all platforms. We do have 27 drivers on every single platform, so that's 81 drivers in total. And that's a lot of people who didn't manage to get into the championship from the over 200 sign-ups, and that was just without promoting it even further. So it's a highly sought after event, but I want to make sure that I cover everything well and cover all of the best bits of every single platform, because that there's going to be some amazing moments, there's going to be some great racing, some great races in and of themselves as well, and very, very close championships. The driver selections and the GT selections for the drivers on each platform are all very, very close, and we're probably going to see some really, really tight championships across the board, and that's not to mention the team championships as well. So yeah, that's the main bulk of this video, is to let you know that the 4th season, most people already know this, but for those who haven't been following me as closely, the 4th season of the Multi-Class Endurance Championship is going to be, the round 1 is going to be starting in 2 weeks time. The 22nd of July will be the Xbox One and PC races, and then the 23rd of July will be the PS4 races, and then we'll be doing rounds every 2 weeks, and then we'll have a mid-season break, and we'll keep going and doing these races until the 16th and 17th of December. It's going to be a long championship, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm hoping so anyway. Hopefully we'll have some good racing. So yeah, like I said, the information for all this is in the description. The first or second line of the description, I'll put it. Look at that, it will tell you all the rules, all the cars, all the tracks, everything that you need to know about the MCEC, where you can watch it, obviously on my Twitch every week, and when you can watch it as well, and all the dates for all the rounds. It's all in there, so feel free to check that out. But yeah, feel free to also, get a bit excited. The Multi-Class Endurance Championship is returning. Hopefully it'll be a good one. Thank you all so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.